Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is by any means. There go the Cash App. Show your boys some love. It works too. Show your boys some love. There go the PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I don't know, in case you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard, but Shakur Stevenson at Michael Benson has reported that Eddie Hearn has sent a massive, I'm gonna say it how Eddie has say a massive offer to Kid Austin. I want to tell y'all why all of this is capped from Eddie, from Shakur's side, and from Kid Austin's side and counterfeit side. And I hate doing this, man, because for people that's uneducated in the game of boxing, you may not know this, but I promise you, this fight won't happen. This fight is not happening until if I don't see a difference in the rankings in the next couple days, because I don't see how you could send an offer and you haven't even paid for Kid Austin to be in a WBC. In case you didn't know this about boxing, y'all, Shakur Stevenson is a champion. The champion has to fight a guy in the top 15 rankings. That's part of I think that's part of the Muhammad Ali Act and all of that stuff as well. Shakur litter in according to the WBC rule book. Shakur has to fight a guy in the top 15 of the rankings. Y'all, Kid Austin is not ranked in the top 15. Kid Austin is not ranked by the WBC. And how you know it's even more cap? Because wasn't Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach got pushed back and all that? Why Kid Austin ain't try to fight Gervonta Davis? He's number 2 in the WBA. He's number 2 in the WBA. Now, you want to know who I knows all of this? Shakur Stevenson, Eddie Hearn, Counterfeit, and Kid Austin. I know they know all of this. And I'm mad and disappointed in Michael Benson for even reporting it when I know Michael Benson knows better as well. You see why y'all rock with Dean? You see why y'all rock with Dean? But this is public information. Like, if you follow boxing, this is not an unknown thing. This is why Jaron Ennis has such a hard time having another fight. He couldn't just pick anybody to fight once Cody Crowley was out of it. He couldn't just pick anybody to fight. He had to fight David. What's his face? Forget boy name right now. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The one he just went the distance with. It don't work like that. You can't be a champion and just fight anybody unless they telling me Kid Austin and Shakur Stevenson about to be an exhibition, then I'll believe it. But it's no way Kid Austin is fighting Shakur Stevenson for the WBC title and he's not even ranked in the WBC rankings. And then who would they knock back in the rankings? Because in case y'all didn't know, the last guy in the WBC rankings, and I can't remember his name right now, he's 16-0. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be too fond of them kicking him off the rankings for Kid Austin when he's 16-0 and got 1 or 2 less fights than Kid Austin. I'm pretty sure he would want to stay in the WBC rankings and have an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson as well. Think about it, y'all. If you one of the guys in the top 15 rankings and they say they trying to fight Kid Austin, but he's not ranked in the top 15, you might step up to the plate and be like, no, hold on, homeboy, you're not getting the title shot before me. This is why I was chose to be in these rankings. It don't work like that, y'all. He's not going to just skip the line. And then y'all said, well, Dean, Shakur Stevenson was going to fight Joe Cordina. Yes, but when that happened, they updated the rankings immediately. Joe Cordina was put in the rankings before we even knew about the fight. Or it happened simultaneously. So the only way this fight happens, y'all, is if in the next week or two, I see Kid Austin enter the WBC rankings. Now, if he does enter the WBC rankings, I'll say, listen, I was wrong, and that it's not even that I was wrong because they have to do this. So that's the only way the fight will happen. And in 2 weeks, if you do not go to the official rankings and see Kid Austin in there, this is all cap. All of it. All of it. And Oscar would have to go along with it because you heard what Kid Austin father said. I mean, we would want to take the Shakur fight, but we not going to just go against what Oscar say. We not going to just go against what Oscar say. Y'all don't even know what Oscar De La Hoya is telling Kid Austin to do. He's already, if he ain't letting Williams Zepeda fight Shakur Stevens, he's going to let Kid Austin do it. I got a beachfront property in Idaho I can sell you if you believe that. I'm just being real with y'all. Y'all being some earthmen right now. Y'all really in the comments and everybody's hype about this and all of that. You don't even know the rules of boxing. You don't know that he can't fight Shakur Stevenson. You didn't know that. You didn't know that the champion has to fight somebody in their sanctioning body that's ranked top 15 or unified. That's the only other choice they have. Or do an exhibition. Wow, y'all be really trying to talk boxing with me. This is crazy. I don't know how you don't know this. Like, this is simple stuff in boxing. This is not like rocket science, like somebody's breaking news to you about this. It's all cap. And we've seen Eddie do this before. We've seen Eddie cap and lie and do all of this before. We've seen Shakur act like he's oblivious and don't. Well, did the tank team call me? I don't know if they did. They kind of did. I'm not sure. Counterfeiting Kid Austin, I don't even got to say that now, do I? Oscar De La Hoya, I don't even have to say that about them now, do I? Y'all will believe anything anybody tell y'all. You know what you're going to hear if you don't see Kid Austin in the WBC rankings in the next week or so. You know what you're going to hear? Oh, well, we went against what Oscar, we couldn't go against what Oscar said, and Oscar said he didn't think it was the right move and all that. They are not fighting, y'all, unless he gets into the WBC rankings. All of this is hogwash. And then y'all gonna wind up calling Kid Austin a duck when it don't happen. He can't duck somebody he was never even in position to fight. I couldn't even call him a duck. And don't tell me he can't do it because Williams Zepeda is in all of the rankings. It's the same reason I keep telling y'all that Keyshawn Davis is not going to fight Gervonta Davis. But everybody just be running around talking and you don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't work like that. Remember Keyshawn Davis was saying a couple weeks ago he ready to fight Gervonta. He want Gervonta Davis is who he want. That's the fight he want. He want Gervonta Davis, right? And then you heard 2 weeks later him telling you that Dennis Berinchek was next. You know who else told you that? Me and a bunch of other content creators told y'all that prior to that. We all told y'all that Keyshawn Davis was going to be fighting Dennis Berinchek. Actually, we told y'all that before Keyshawn Davis had his fight with Gustavo Lemons. We told y'all that before he had his fight with Gustavo Lemons. Okay? You like that name, huh? I'm just saying, y'all. Learn boxing, man. Get with it or get lost. Kid Austin and Shakur Stevenson is not fighting. And then even if he was in the rankings, I still don't think he was going to fight Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to be honest, y'all. This is what people do. They use other fighters that's bigger than them, name the clout chase off of, and then when fights don't happen, they try to sit up there and say, it was because of money, it was because of this, it was because of that. You know, like Brian Norman Sr. is doing. Like Brian Norman Sr. is doing. I'm just saying, y'all. Remember, it was offers sent for Brian Norman Jr. Does that mean that the fight is going to happen? I guarantee you're going to see. If you don't pay attention to nothing they do online. Just pay attention to, is Kid Austin in the WBC rankings or not? And that will tell you if this fight is actually true or not. So wake me up when he entered the rankings. And why? Well, then you know when he entered the rankings, they're going to have to knock somebody else out of the rankings to put him there, which they could do because a couple guys is at 140. So it's not far-fetched for them to do, but you got to pay. You got to put in paperwork. You got to make the WBC aware that that's what you're going to do. And then they're going to have to make that public information so we would know if Kid Austin is going to be in the WBC rankings or not. But I don't think even if Kid Austin is, they're going to take the fight. I do not think that Oscar De La Hoya is going to allow Kid Austin to get in there after his last performance. Y'all really think after his last performance that he's one of the bigger prospects on Golden Boy who don't have a lot of prospects at all? Who don't got a lot of prospects. Kid Austin is one of their higher prospects. After his last performance, he's going to let him go in a ring with Shakur Stevenson? When Oscar already told you he wasn't going to do that? Okay, keep being Earthmen. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Deem by any means. And I holla at y'all.